I don't know about you, but the people in this movie are pretty freaking strong if they can hold some doors closed when literal dinosaurs are trying to bust through. We're talking about The End of Oak Street, the new dinosaur thriller movie starring Anne Hathaway that's in theaters right now. And if you don't know who I am Ant. I am your casual movie reviewer. I do these casual movie reviews not for the crazy film fanatics, but for the casual fans like me that know what to go into, and they're not going to go and watch somebody who's going to pick apart every little typical thing that normal movie reviewers do. I go in with a casual mindset and I come out with a casual mindset to give to you. So let's get into it. Going into this movie, I had no idea what to expect. So I really went in with mid expectations. And this one exceeded my expectations. I'm not going to lie. I knew this was a dinosaur movie, so I was a little excited because when it comes to dinosaur films, I'm in. But this movie actually exceeded those mid expectations to a pretty high point. Honestly, this movie is better than most of the Jurassic Park films. I've never been a huge fan of the Jurassic Park films. One is good. Some of those Jurassic World movies are solid. I've never seen Rebirth. But once you get through like one Jurassic Park movie, they're all pretty much the same to me. This one did something original while also giving you some really greatly designed dinosaurs. And if I say myself, some realistic looking dinosaurs because they actually had some feathers, not all scales, but they did really, really good. And I think this is something that we need when it comes to a dinosaur film, something original, something not done before. And I think this did that perfectly. If you don't know what The End of Oak Street is about, it is about a family, the Platt family, after a mysterious cosmic event rips Oak Street from suburbia and transports their neighborhood to someplace unknown, the Platt family soon discovers that their very survival depends on them sticking together as they navigate their now unrecognized surroundings. So if you enjoy dinosaur movies, this is a movie for you. I'm a huge dinosaur nerd. Growing up, I loved freaking like anything about dinosaurs. So I grasped to the Jurassic Park movies like crazy. And as I grew up, those movies kind of, like I said, always seemed the same. Then the Jurassic World movies came out and I enjoyed those just as much. And they were a little bit different, but roughly still the same. I never got a chance to check out Rebirth, but I do plan on doing that. But the thing that always interested me is that all of these movies always showed most, if all, of the dinosaurs very scaly, lizard-like, when scientifics and scientists seem to think that they actually had feathers. Now, I'm not here to give you a science lesson, but this movie actually gives feathers to 90% of the dinosaurs in this film. And then, like, obviously, like, the ones that are known to not have feathers and have spikes and spines and things like that have those. So I really did enjoy just that, like, very creative aspect at it. Gives you a more, I don't want to say realistic because they're dinosaurs, but a realistic element to these dinosaurs and the way they look. So I did really, really enjoy that aspect of it. But if you're a huge fan of dinosaurs, you'll get a kick out of this. It's just like an action family film. This is definitely something you want to take to your family and watch in theaters while it's there with the family. Because it is very enjoyable. It is a family film. So if you guys got a big family or you have family that enjoys dinosaur stuff like this, or you guys like the Jurassic Park movies, this is for you. So let's talk about the pros in this movie. Like I said, the dinosaurs look great. They sound great. Everything about the dinosaurs is A+, and I don't think you've seen anybody complain about the dinosaurs when it comes to this movie. So I think that's a good sign when it comes to the creatures and the dinosaurs in this film. I think the actors and the actresses in this film are very, very good. Everybody acts phenomenally. We already knew Anne Hathaway is a phenomenal actor. Ewan McGregor, phenomenal actor. You know, these children actors, I haven't heard of them before, but they actually did pretty well as well. And then, like, I was kind of disappointed that this film wasn't in IMAX or Dolby, but it still looks great even on that digital screen, so that's a plus too. So let's talk about the cons of this movie. It's not very long, but it is a very basic film. Like, there's not a lot to it. It's very, you know, it's a dinosaur movie. Run, hide, fight for your life kind of movie. And so when you're going into this movie, you're not thinking, you know, anything crazy is gonna happen. There are some crazy things that do happen, but it's a very just basic dinosaur movie, and that's okay. But I will kind of wrap back into the pros, something that I didn't mention. I do like the fact that with this very basic dinosaur film, you get something that even the Jurassic Park movies really haven't done. Like, you do see a lot of bodies and people getting killed by dinosaurs. But I feel like this movie does something that you don't see in those movies, and it's very realistic. You see like constant chaos, constant, destruction, and you do see a lot of bodies in this film. Like clearly, like what would happen if dinosaurs were around at this point in time, and I think that is something that it does well. And when it comes to the cast, I think the cast had a blast. I mean, they've been doing nothing but like a ton of press releases, interviews, things like that, and they all seem to be having a great time. I think Anne Hathaway is killing it out there right now. She's got all kinds of things from the Odyssey to this to I believe she's in something else coming up now. So she's killing it out there, and we already knew. And just the way these actors and actresses, have that chemistry together for this family dynamic really adds to the film. I think they are having a blast, and you can just see it from the press releases and translated to the screen, honestly, because you can just see they're all having a good time. And how can you not? When it comes to dinosaur movies and stuff like this, I feel like you can't not have a good time. So let's talk about the standout moment of the film. If you guys don't know what the standout moment is, for me, I always choose one moment of the film that gives you the most tension or adds some craziness to the film. So we're going to be talking spoilers for specifically this standout moment. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, dip out now, because we are going to dive into spoilers, because we're going to talk about like the what came before the scene to add to the scene that made it crazier throughout the rest of the movie. So the standout moment of this film is, unfortunately, the father is killed by a T-Rex or some big, huge dinosaur. And after he's killed, the family is very upset, very depressed. They're all at home crying and upset and just kind of getting ready to look for this light, for this portal, to try to get back to their own time, when this huge snake dinosaur monster is sneaking through the house and coming after Anne Hathaway's character, the mom. And one thing I will say, that this family is completely oblivious. There are a ton of scenes in this film where there are dinosaurs behind them and they're chatting. There's like 5-6 scenes where there's dinosaurs either sneaking up or just coming right at them, and they're all talking or arguing and just completely oblivious. And that this is one of those scenes, and it's just like a fight from this scene. And one of the greatest parts of this scene is when the kid shoots an arrow into the snake after it tries to get Anne Hathaway's character. It comes up back for the kid, and Anne Hathaway is just kind of giving it her all in this scene, where she's stabbing the hell out of this monster, the snake, and just absolutely just like stabbing it a billion times. And you could really see the raw emotion of it, because this character is broken. It's sad about her husband being dead, but it's also trying to protect her kids and move forward as well. And I think this scene perfectly captures that and adds to the craziness. And to be honest, this snake dinosaur is probably one of the craziest looking, if not scariest looking dinosaurs in this film. It's terrifying. But I think this film really does add to that. It just made this film crazier, and it's a great scene. So let's talk about Anne's 3 big questions. Would I watch it again? Would I recommend it? And is it going to be better on streaming or in theaters? Would I watch it again? I probably would watch it again. It is a fantastic dinosaur movie. Like I said, nothing too crazy, nothing too spectacular, but it is a fantastic movie. I really did enjoy it, and there are a lot of actually comedic moments in this film as well that add to this fun that you can be had. This is definitely a family movie, so I do recommend it for families and friends and things like that. You want to bring a big group and enjoy this movie, because it is that kind of movie. It is a family fun movie, but just to be warned for people with kids, this is a very violent and graphic movie as well, so be forewarned for that. Now, is it going to be better in streaming or in theaters? I think this movie is fantastic. I think it is absolutely something you should go see in theaters, but at the same time, it is a very basic film. If you don't want to spend the money, especially because I said it's a family film and you don't want to take a whole family out to theaters, I get it. The economy is rough right now. It's something you could also watch at home as well, but I think like I said, I've said in multiple videos, I personally love watching anything on the big screen. So if you can go out and see it in theaters, I recommend it. But if you can't, it also feels like a movie that you could watch at home and enjoy as well. So not very many movies do I say you get a benefit from watching both. But this is one of those movies where I think it is fine watching it either way. So with that being said, I gave this a 4-star review just because of the dinosaurs looking great, the nice family dynamic, the emotional elements in this film, all kind of bring a great film to this. But it doesn't get that full 5-star, 4.5, just because it is a very basic film, but there is also a ton of fun to be had. With that being said, guys, I thank you guys for tuning in for another movie review. I've got some things planned. I keep saying that. I got some big things planned for the channel. Trust me, in a couple weeks, in a couple months, you're going to see some interesting stuff come to the channel. So don't worry. I'm working on some stuff. I promise. But I will see you guys in the next movie review or episode or whatever I end up uploading. Peace.